Hello, everybody. So we're going to talk about modding communities, but first, let's just talk about different types of modding communities. There's the download sites like Nexus or the Modder's Own site, where it's just a download link and nothing else. But on Nexus, you've got a forum. On Modder's site, you might not, right? But it's basically a download site, and people talk about the downloads available, and that's usually it, right? Then you've got like Modder's sites for teams, where the team logs in and then works on that. And they might have a public forum where people could ask for updates and stuff and get tech support. Again, it tends to be limited to that. And then you get the kind of modern community I like to build, which basically I jump on the forum and I have direct contact with the players and I just run ideas past them and just let the ideas bounce back to me and bash a few things out to see how it works and listen to what players are doing in their games, the direction they want to take their games, what they're interested in. And I try and work into my mod the kind of things players are already doing or wanting to do. So my mod supports their style of gameplay. And I'll work that into an idea and I'll present it to them and see what they say. If nobody replies, I drop the idea. If it gets lots of replies, positive feedback, then the idea goes forward to the next stage. And I start making a big mod plan. Now, players are interacting with me the whole time, telling me what they think of my ideas, suggesting ideas to me, telling me how they play the game. I'm paying attention to what my mod users are doing, even without my mods, and I'm trying to work that support in, so what they want is represented in my work as well as what I want. Some of them want to voice act, and I let players do voice acting because it's good fun. And at the end of the day, modding should be as much fun as playing the game itself. So I like to get people involved in that. Now, obviously, you get varying standards of voice acting when you do that, but we're modders, not professionals. And people that want to think that this mod isn't professional enough are actually looking for Bethesda's DLCs, not a mod maker's mod. Because the difference between a mod maker and a professional is mod makers are not paid and therefore are not professional. So if you're looking for professionals, buy your stuff from Bethesda because they're professionals. Modders are not professionals, and if a modder gets paid, he becomes a professional, so he's not a modder anymore. If you understand me. So anyway, yeah, getting people involved every step of the way, and just generally, making sure people have fun with the process of creating, because it is a fun process. I mean, you might not have the skills to make them on, but just being able to peek behind the curtain and jump in and have some influence on work being made is also fun. You can talk about ideas, and then a few months down the line, when the mod's released and you see your idea made it into the game, you get to play the idea you actually wanted to see. So it is a lot of fun, especially when you get like test mods. Like I make some test mods just to see what a game will actually support. And my friend Roger, who used to run my voice acting guild for me, says he used to love some of them, and he used to go to town. In fact, he's the one that came up with the Nan Lynch Club, which was supposed to be a lesson in not cheating your way past locked doors, but he turned it into a competition. He also seems to like the NCR Ranger battles, in Nipton, which I set up as a test to see if their battles would work or not in Fallout New Vegas. So this is part of the fun we had. Even on Mechstorm, we should have multiplayer nights to test out ideas and maps and AIs and things like that. It was always good fun. When I did Respawn, it worked, and Mechstorm, it worked, and the Engineering Guild, it worked. It produces a community people are actively involved in and enjoy. It isn't just typing on a forum and downloading. You're actually doing something you enjoy doing and getting something back for it as well. And that is the modding community I like to build. I built it 3 times successfully. And if things go okay, according to plan, I will do it again for Starfield. So when you see me getting into it, and I start talking about getting a website for Starfield and things like that, at that point you will know that what I'm talking about here is starting to get rolling. And that's the point to join, because even before we get the any toolkit stuff, we can start talking about ideas based on what we see in the game. We can start getting a feeling for what's missing, what would improve the game, where the effort should be focused first, which is the area that most people want to see changed. and the two-way communication between us sets the ground for that first grand mod. So it's important to, if you see me talking about forums and websites, get involved early, because it is going to grow. It'll grow quite quickly. That's assuming I don't see a whole mess of trolls doing their usual thing with Bethesda games and decide, sod this, I'm not getting involved with any of that. Because again, I've got better things to do with my life. Right? Well, I'm planning on touring Britain, on a motorbike, which I'm saving up for right now. And I can always do that, run a channel about that, and not have any Bethesda trolls. So. Plus, just to make a point, remember I said, that I needed to get a few things from my flat before we could really get going. It was a carpet, remember, and an oven. Well, there's the oven, and there's the carpet, done this week. So, we're good to go. The major things I needed to get back in my life in order to start feeling like I was at home and not in a crap den, sorted. We're ready to rock and roll now. So remember, as soon as you start seeing the site and forum links going up, join up, right? Because it's important. That's when things really start getting fun. And also remember, right, because I am doing a day job, I don't have the same amount of time to mod as I used to have, unless the donations and stuff start reaching a point where they can pay my wages. In which case, I will be able to focus on doing this full time. And we can get down to the serious business of making really fun mods and having fun on a forum together doing it. And like I've said in previous videos, it'd be nice if I had excess money so I can pay professionals to do voice acting in the mods. Because if I could do that, then the quality would improve dramatically. Because we all know the voice actor sounds amateurish in some cases, but that's because players do the voice work in my mods. Replacing their voices for professionals would have a dramatic effect on the look and quality of the mods, and we all know it. Anyway, right, that's what I mean by modding communities. That's the direction I want to go in, and that's what I'm hoping to build again for Starfield. This is like a part 2 to a previous video I did, so if you haven't seen the previous video, if you just wait a second, you'll be able to go back and play it now. But generally speaking, it's called Starfield Modding Community Plans. And this one is about the kind of community I want to build. So between the two, they're really the same topic. Anyway, see you in the next one, folks, and keep an eye out for the sounds of a site going up. Might not be right now, but it will go up eventually.